Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Coyote Lake. Just found it. I think it's about human trafficking. It stars Camila, Mendes, who is from Riverdale. So I know her. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I know anybody. But the IMDb synopsis is like pretty misleading, I think. Esther and her overbearing mother run a small bed and breakfast near the U.S.-Mexico border. One night, two unwanted guests arrive, threatening the safety of everyone. But the two women are hiding a secret, and one that may prove most dangerous of all. I don't know. I read something else, I don't know, 4.7 on IMDb, but only 135 people have viewed it. So let me get into it, see what it's really about. I'll check back in and give you a better idea, so then we know what the movie's about, and then ultimately I'll tell you what I think. So stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Coyote Lake. I apologize, there's no check-ins. I was going to check in right away because I realized the entire synopsis that I laid out, or not the entire, but the synopsis that I gave was completely wrong. And then I was going to check in again, but the movie was almost over, so no check-ins, who cares? Let's talk a little bit about this movie. So, it is not about human trafficking. So, I apologize for saying that. I don't know why I thought that, but for some reason I thought it was about human trafficking. It is not. So, Esther, who is the girl from Riverdale, lives with her mother on the border of Mexico. I don't think that's very important, but whatever. They run a bed and breakfast, and right from the opening scene, this is not spoiling it for you, but essentially they murder the people that come into their bed and breakfast, or, you know, some people, you know, so they murder people coming into their bed and breakfast, and they take their money. And Esther is the daughter of the mother. That's mother-daughter connection here, and she's dreaming of traveling someday, and getting out of where they live, getting out of moving on. Whereas the mother's like, we got to save money, and Esther has been sheltered her whole life, homeschooled, hasn't really left this cabin that they live in, kind of thing, and earns for more. But the mother, very controlling, wants her to stay. Whatever. Meanwhile, they continue to murder people and put them in Coyote Lake, at the bottom of Coyote Lake, to save up enough money to move, which is kind of a ruse by her mother. But anyway, so on and so forth. The plot kind of thickens a little bit when two gun runners or drug dealers happen by, and they kind of take over. They come in and hold them hostage. They also have a helper there, but he's very insignificant when you see the final movie. He really doesn't have much to do with anything, but he's there. But these drug dealers or gun runners come in and take them hostage and want to, use their house as a safe house, I guess, while they do their gun running or drugs. And of course, we also know that the mother-daughter are very, they have their own methods and their own things going on. So these, you can get a clash of, gun runners, drug dealers with a mother-daughter who murder people. So you can imagine how that can play out. Now, with all that said, that's the better idea of the synopsis. It is kind of dry. Not a lot of action, of course. More feeling than there is action or emotion, kind of thing. So, you got that. It's interesting. I like the plot. It's creative. It's different. But, and there's a lot of Spanish speaking in it, so a lot of subtitles. Not completely. But, better than that, it was okay. I liked the idea. It didn't pull me in enough, I would say. It was interesting, but not enough to keep me like, oh, I can't wait to see, edge of your seat. It's kind of like, you kind of know what's going to happen kind of movie. But that's it. I think that's the biggest piece. I think you have a better idea of what the movie's really about now. I don't think the synopsis on IMDb helps, and me telling you it's about human trafficking sure doesn't help. But I think everything else I laid out there for you. A little boring, but only an hour and 33 minutes long. So, I don't know. Wouldn't really recommend it. But if you check it out, let me know. Love to hear your thoughts on the movie. And hopefully I helped you out a little bit. But thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pup.